You do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. We have had a few listeners this morning that are brand new, that were enjoying the show as they were driving down the interstate or up the interstate. And it's something that happens every year around the traveling times of the year, where people who live out of the listening area they drive through our listening area, discover us, and then they become fans or whatever, and they listen to us on the internet from that point on. Back in the day, Robin, that didn't happen. We would have listeners call in from the highway.
Exactly.
And just ask us, what's the weather?
That's right.
It was something else. We didn't have the internet back then. A lot of people traveling out there right now. The Highway Patrol says 100% of their troopers will be out there between now and Monday.
Yes, I'm glad.
So troopers don't get a day off for Thanksgiving, I don't think.
No, they have to protect us.
Dr. Margaret Wilson is on the phone. She's the Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer of United Healthcare Global. She's talking to us about the importance of having health coverage, especially if you are traveling. Yeah, that's something you might not have thought about. Good morning, Dr. Wilson. Thank you for being on the show with us today.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Robin. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I love the way you talk. Where are you? Where are you calling from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, that's that Missouri accent I'm hearing.
It absolutely is.
Well, thank you for being on the air with us. Now, if I go traveling, do I need to get different insurance than I have normally, or is it part of my health insurance?
That is always the key question. And so one of the things that we advise at United Healthcare is that the traveler does need to review their individual plan and know what it covers. Because it all depends. So if you're traveling domestically, for example, the questions you want to ask your health plan, or the questions you're seeking to answer when you review your health plan, is does it offer a national network? In other words, are you able to access care within your health plan network across the United States? Or is your coverage limited to the location around which you live? The reason why that's important is because if you're traveling outside your residence location and fall ill, ending up in a hospital that's not covered by your health plan may have a significant financial impact on you.
Oh, man.
It's more important. It's even more important when you're traveling internationally.
I would imagine that. In fact, when you were saying that, I was thinking, I thought we were covered everywhere in this country.
Yeah.
But that may not be true. Is that right?
Well, it is important to know. It depends. It varies with the individual's health plan coverage. And even with health plans that cover you across the country, it then boils down to, in the specific hospitals in your location, which of those hospitals are in your network and which are not.
So, and this is something different than automobile insurance. We're not talking about being in a wreck. We're talking about you're in a hotel and all of a sudden you just feel sick, right?
Absolutely. And where do you go, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't have that information outside our area of residence. One of the things that we have at United Healthcare, which I think is really helpful, is a mobile app called Health for Me. And that's available not just for United Healthcare members, but to non-United Healthcare members. And what that does is it enables the traveler to identify nearby doctors, pharmacies, hospitals, urgent care centers in the area you are traveling to or in the areas through which you are traveling. And it also gives you cost and quality information so you can compare prices for well over 700 common medical services. So that's a helpful app for travelers to have.
So when a person gets this app, are they able to link into the entire medical network so they can let their physician know where they are going to be, and then that physician can call over there with their history?
Well, it is important. I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that's one of the critical pieces of pre-travel preparation, especially if you're going away for a long while or leaving the country, to actually have that discussion with your primary care physician, and of course to have your primary care physician's contact details. And if a traveler does end up being ill, it's important to be an engaged consumer or an engaged patient and make sure that the clinical teams who are managing your care outside your area of residence communicate with your primary care physician.
So the app is called Health, the number 4, and then Me, for those who want to get it. And this is for people who are United Healthcare customers as well as those who are not, you said, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Those who are not can access the information in the app through a guest portal.
And do we use this for other people as well? Let's say we're traveling with grandma and the kids and everybody. Does the app, can we use it for everybody?
You can, because the app provides the information about doctors, so it doesn't to anyone. So traveling with your family, depending on their clinical needs, you can go in and look for specialties. You can go in and look for focus areas. So it can be used by anyone, really.
Is the United Healthcare system part of the Obamacare plan, or is it independent?
So, in my area, my focus is global health.
Okay.
So I'm really not engaged in those initiatives. I would, however, be more than happy to put you in touch with our public relations team, and they can provide that additional. They can point you to people who would be able to provide accurate and objective responses to that question.
So if we're, out of the country, let's say, do we need to have a large amount of money just in case, or will the insurance cover us overseas?
Again, so that is always a key question. One of the things we do advise is that travelers have a dedicated credit card with a significant limit in case they do have to pay for those services. Now, depending on the plan, the services may be reimbursable, so the travelers are always advised to collect full copies of their medical record, discharge summary, and all bills. Now, the advantage of having an international medical insurance plan is that some plans, such as ours at United Healthcare, actually have direct pay agreements with select providers across the globe. So if a traveler goes to one of those doctors or hospitals for care, we will actually reimburse directly to the hospital, alleviating the financial burden from the traveler.
And does Medicare play a role in this also, in part of your plan?
That's actually a great question. We always encourage our seniors to call their health plans to have that discussion, because most Medicare plans will not cover care outside the United States. Now, there are some exceptions. Some Medicare Advantage plans will cover true emergencies outside the U.S., such as a broken bone or a heart attack. There are some Medigap plans that will provide limited coverage for foreign travel. But I think it's important that seniors have that discussion so that they can then decide whether or not they need to purchase additional international medical insurance coverage.
I know we have a short interview time with you this morning, Doctor, but I wanted to just to be clear on one thing. So, okay, let's say I look at my insurance, my health insurance, and I determine, oh gosh, this isn't really enough just in case something goes wrong. So that's when I go to my insurance provider and I say, I need some travel insurance?
Exactly. That would be the discussion, international medical insurance coverage, and also evacuation protection is a question that you should ask, because one may need to be transported back to the United States from another country, and those evacuation costs can be pretty pricey.
When a person buys an airline ticket, they're asked if they want to have insurance along with that ticket. Is this part of the insurance on the airline ticket, or does that only cover insurance if the plane goes down?
So again, it would depend on the details. What we do advise is that the fine print is reviewed very carefully, because, for example, if one needs to be evacuated, the costs can range from $30,000 to $200,000.
Oh,
so it's not just
goodness.
about purchasing the travel insurance, but also ensuring what specific details, when does it kick in, and how much does it cover.
That's enough to make me say I got to do this. Okay, so let's see. I've written down the app, Health for Me app. Any websites you can leave us with so we know how to do this better?
Yes, the first would be myuhc.com, which is a great source of information.
Okay.
And the second, for additional international information, would be uhcglobal.com.
Okay, excellent. Dr. Margaret Wilson, thank you so much. If you celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday, thank you. Have a great one. And thank you for being on the air with us today.
Larry, Robin, thank you for having me, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks. Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, breezy with variable cloudiness and a brief shower or two, especially this afternoon, the high 75 to 79. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight. There may be a brief shower in spots, low 61 in a few inland spots, but about 71 along the coast. For Thanksgiving Day, clouds and some sun and breezy with a brief shower or two, high 77 to 81. Friday, partly sunny and breezy, chance of a shower, high 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Whether you're building it up or knocking it down, get it done, rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now. 352-369-9101.
What are the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking? Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Cozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
It's not just about squeezing a couple of lemon slices into hot or cold water. We need to grate it in a half teaspoon of lemon zest. Boredom and excess energy are the causes of many pet behavior problems. So if your dog's chewing furniture or barking excessively, try taking them outside for an hour a day. You can raise your chances a recruiter will contact you by 1,000% by posting links to industry news on your LinkedIn page at least once a week.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Ocala Aviation now has opportunities for flight instructors.
Wait, hold on. Brad, is this correct? You're looking for instructors, not students?
Actually, we're looking for both.
Well, that's descriptive.
Well, I need flight instructors because we're now affiliated with a major university and can offer 4-year degrees. Plus, we're also approved to work directly with VA students.
Okay, so a degree in what, and what's a VA student?
Well, it's a bachelor's degree in aeronautics, which includes a commercial pilot's license, and there's financial aid available. By VA students, I mean veterans. They now have access to new benefits to pay for flight training.
Okay, so you have new opportunities for new students. What about the instructor side of it?
Well, with new students, we need more instructors.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So, if anyone out there is a flight instructor, I want to encourage them to come see me. And if they're not an instructor but have their commercial license, we can help them become an instructor.
So they get their instructor license and have a job too.
Exactly.
So you got a lot going on. The VA, the college, and now hiring instructors and future instructors too.
Yep. So now can we get the commercial started?
Already ahead of you.
Call Brad to get your adventure started today at Ocala Aviation, 861-7484.
During this season of Thanksgiving, Palm Garden of Ocala would like to express our gratitude. We are thankful for the opportunity to extend the finest in nursing and rehab services. We are thankful to be a witness to miracles on 34th Street. And most of all, we are thankful for our precious guests and residents who touch our lives every day as we strive to improve theirs. Palm Garden of Ocala, located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
The Appleton Museum of Art has a full schedule this fall of studio art classes for all ages and abilities. Kids can enjoy after-school classes and special programming on school half-days and the first Saturday of every month. Adults can take everything from calligraphy to painting to wheel throwing. For schedules and class descriptions, visit appletonmuseum.org or call 352-291-4455. Bring your creativity to the Appleton Museum of Art, located at 4333 East Silver Springs Boulevard.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.